So I want to just first say that for people who are thinking about being vegan or even like wanting to learn more about it, I feel like there's a stigma around veganism where people feel uncomfortable to even research or learn more about it because they think people are going to look down upon them. Because that's often what happens is as soon as someone says vegan, they think, oh, well, they're fucked, like they're extremists. They have weird values or views, their personality's weird, they associate themselves with certain types of people, like, you know, it's a weird stigma around it. And I just want to be the person that says, don't let that affect you, and don't let that, like, persuade you to not be vegan or care about animals, because it's not about, like, how people perceive you, because if we really think about it, you know, these animals are going through fucking slaughter. Like, I know most people know that, but they need to be reminded, you know, that they actually are going through it, and that the hatred that you're gonna get from people about veganism doesn't even compare to the effect that you have as a consumer or sticking to your values about animals. And I think that's really important, at least for me. You know, I try to make these YouTube videos because I want to inspire vegans and I want to inspire people in general. For people who don't know, I keep saying this because there's going to be someone who just comes across my videos. I've been vegan for 8 years, Crohn's disease. I've been through it all the hatred from family and everything like that. And I've realized that you kind of have to have a different perspective on haters when it comes to veganism, because a lot of the times they just don't know enough about it. There's so many myths about veganism that they think undermines the view or maybe makes it less appealing or maybe not consistent at all. Like, a lot of people think that vegans are hypocrites and stuff like that, and they try to, like, force people to believe things, and it's just not the case. You know, a lot of it, the reason why is because there's just not a lot of vegans. There's not a lot of normal vegans, right? Enough, right? We'll say that, because vegan people make up like less than 1% of the population. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on here and talk about that, and give my 2 cents. And I've been debating veganism for a long time, and something that I notice is that a lot of people just piggyback off of other people's views about veganism, and they don't really think about it on their own. You know, they take people like public figures like Joe Rogan or people in the health fields, and they just kind of adopt their view when it shouldn't be like that, really. It really shouldn't. I know people don't have a lot of time to look into veganism, but at least be agnostic on certain things if you haven't looked into it enough. And I know, like, a lot of vegans are gonna watch this and they're just gonna be like, yeah, well, we already know that. But I think it's good to have that in your mind, even as a vegan, because there's a lot of things you can learn as a vegan. There's a lot of new ideas that can come to you as a vegan, because I think veganism doesn't just mean one thing. It's a stance on animals, and it's a stance on, like, you as a consumer when it comes to animal products as well. So, you know, there's a lot that goes into it. And, you know, people are going to approach you as a vegan, and you need to be ready to understand what the philosophy is as a vegan so you can help curate a better image on veganism, I think. I think it's also really beneficial just to, like, have some sort of idea, have a clear idea about what veganism is. So then when people ask you about it, you can have a quick, easy answer. So I just came on here to rant. How long is this fucking video? 4 minutes. Who gives a fuck? Just some inspiration, just a video to post. I want to be able to connect with you guys as vegans. I think that this is so important.